Hey guys, how you doing?
Hanging in there, hanging in there.
Hanging in there?
Yeah.
Another day in Kensington.
Another day in Kensington, right, boss?
Same shit, different day.
Okay.
So can I get your names?
I'm Lace, like shoelace.
My name is Steve.
Lace?
My name is Steven.
Lace and Steve, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Where y'all from?
Originally, I'm from South Philly.
I was born in Philly, raised in Bucks County as a kid, moved back to Philly, bounced around a little bit in the tri-state area, but always came back here. Been here for the past 7-8 years.
You like it here?
Used to. It got really bad, went downhill immensely.
It's cold here?
Let me say this.
How long you been here, boss?
Maybe a couple years.
A couple years?
But let me say this, right? Fentanyl and Trink fucked up the drug, well, messed up the drug. Messed up the drug.
Fentanyl and Trink?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever left this place?
Well, I'm
Not in the past, not in years.
Not in years, right?
I just got in a fight with a grown man who was beating up a 65-year-old woman on Ruth and Custom for a $5 bag of dope.
What, a $5 bag?
Listen, hold up.
Oh my God.
I'm in the Savior.
Yeah.
When I see a guy taking advantage of a woman down here on the train, I handle it.
Okay.
Now,
Good.
because it's not right. You understand what I'm saying? And one thing about Kensington is, how can I say it?
Speak up, boss.
The train is a dangerous place.
Yeah.
Right.
Market Frankfurt line to anybody that ever rides it. The number one rule when you get on that train is go to sleep because you will be robbed.
And hold on to all your belongings.
Are you guys homeless?
Yeah.
I'm homeless.
How long have you been homeless for?
I've been homeless for a little bit over a year.
On and off since I was 14.
Wow. Where do you guys sleep?
I just got into the shelter. I was on a tent by Westmoreland and Kensington. But the stealing in the shelter can be worse than on the street. And nowadays you get held at gunpoint when you go outside. You call 911. The cops don't come because they say you're on drugs and you're wasting their time.
How often do you guys get high? Like how often a day?
I get high all day long.
Every day. With the fentanyl, you get sick within a few hours, and not like when it was heroin, you get very, very sick. People are dying from the withdrawal, and they're putting in weed, cocaine, everything. So people who don't even really do drugs are ending up in the hospital overdosing because they didn't know there was fentanyl and what they were taking.
And it was their first time.
How do you intake your drug?
I'm an IV user.
So you shoot it?
I smoke crack, so I smoke it.
What's that feeling like?
For me, it's wonderful, and it's a sexual thing.
Wonderful and essential?
It's a sexual thing.
What about you?
I've had pain issues since my first daughter was born years ago, where they messed up my epidural. So I started on opiates. Had clean time and just lots of trauma, but mostly for pain and to just get through my day. I try not to get any more than what you see me now.
Okay, Lace, okay.
But it's the withdrawal that makes it unbearable. People you love that you would never see ever harming you, well, I mean, have killed their loved ones. There's a kid out here who looks exactly like my son. And I cry every time I see him, and his brother killed his mother.
How old is that kid?
That kid is 23. My son's birthday just passed on the 2nd, and he's still in high school, but they look exactly alike. And his older brother killed their mother, gave her a hot shot for insurance money.
Oh my God!
Bad. The withdrawal is taking people.
And the drink that they put in it eats people's skin.
Like,
right.
You see, like, you put holes in your body. It's the xylazine. It's the stuff that they give elephants and shit in the zoo.
Right.
And they're also putting meat tenderizer.
There's people way worse than that.
Yeah, I take care of myself as best I can, even out here.
Okay. I like how you bundled up and everything. You got your dress on. Yeah, you got your little bills on.
I try and find like honest work, cleaning houses, whatever I can do. You know, sometimes, you know, it's not all about being on the street and street life. At least not for me. So anything I can do that's honest, I try to do. You know, my kids might not be talking to me,
Right.
but even if they're not there, I can't ever be a good example if I don't lead by example. You know, in certain things in life.
Leading by example, right?
Yeah.
Honest work.
Yeah.
But you're homeless out here on the streets.
Even the honest make their way down to Kensington if they get high.
You will see a lot of there's
It's
serial
people
killers.
from other countries down to Kensington get high. There's no place in the United States drug infested like Kensington. When Biden came to the city, maybe a month ago, he didn't even come down here.
Biden came to the city, you said?
It's like maybe a month or so ago. He didn't come down here.
He didn't come out here, right?
Oh, no.
What would you tell Joe Biden about this place? If he was to come back, what would you tell him?
You check it out.
Check it out?
Check it out.
You think he can make a change for this place? You think he can change it?
Well,
help it, fix it?
Personally, that's the purpose, I think, of the fentanyl in the change.
Population control.
You kill off people.
It's population control, pure and simple.
Population control, you think he's just putting all you guys in a pot?
Yeah.
Out here in Kensington?
Yeah. There's some shady things going around. The government's not slow. They know what's up.
The government pays somebody to make it.
So what's the crime like out here? Out here, I see the pot.
Half the block.
At least 500 robberies.
I see it's a lot of cops out here though.
But they don't do anything. When this woman's arm was broken, they told her to shut up and stop crying. She knew where she lived. She got what she deserved.
At least 500. Well, we gonna say at least 200 people get robbed. Probably on the train for 24 hours. At least.
You guys see change at all for yourselves?
For me, I'm working on housing, trying to do what's best so I can be part of my kids' lives. But I don't see change here. Until I can get out of here, I've tried over and over and
keep
failed.
in mind, Kensington is starting to branch up to other parts of the city. In my view.
Now you guys been running these streets for years. Has it just became adjustable?
It's just gotten worse. Like the past 6 months, I couldn't imagine half of the things I have seen.
Like
people
what?
People walk past dead bodies, people overdose, just walk past. A guy was ODing and this girl's begging for Narcan. The drug dealer across the street screaming, oh, there's 8 billion people in the world. You can lose one, get over it. There's no empathy anymore. People are so used to seeing guns and men beating women.
People get shot in front of the couch.
People getting shot right in front of them and walk like it's nothing because it's so seen, like everyone's numb.
Sounds like a movie, Lacey.
Yeah,
it could be a movie.
It should be a movie.
It should be a movie.
And it'd be one of the scariest movies since then.
Do you enjoy it at all? Is it like entertaining at all for you also?
It's like 24-hour entertainment because you ain't ever gonna see shit like
but
this.
But what y'all
cable.
need to do, y'all need to take a ride on the train.
Take a ride on the train? What's that like?
They don't even have lights working half the time now. Like, and SEPTA drives right past you. I've lost 3 jobs because the bus will not pick me up. I'll hold money in my hand, a card in my hand, have a mask, well dressed. They do not want to stop for people they think are homeless or on drugs in Kensington.
Now, when's the last time you guys been clean at all?
When I was locked up.
I had about 4 or 5 months ago, I was clean for a little bit, but it just doesn't last while I'm here. There's so much, like, trauma and torment. It's so hard here. There's no structure in the shelter to get where you need to go on time. Everything's stolen, so you can't dress properly to actually hold a job.
Any family members you can call on for support?
My father and my mother has been a great support. My husband, God bless him, came in the shelter with me a year ago, got clean, got his own job, got a company car, has his own business card, and his father's dying from cancer. God bless him, and he's helping his family through it. And I'm just trying to hold on to my housing. I'm not trying to drag him back down with me.
Right.
So we're together, but we're keeping our space.
Right.
Yeah.
Lacey, have you ever been down to the point you had to perform sex work to get high?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah. I've been raped out here, kidnapped. I've had to do dates to get by after being robbed over and over. Because there's a point where your family says, you know what? We can't do it anymore, you know? You put yourself in that position, and they're right. You know? Sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. I understand why my kids don't talk to me and don't see me, but I'm proud of them every day.
Right.
But it's one of those things. This is an area where there's little resource, not nearly enough help, and too many people who will come by just to videotape, put stuff on the internet, and then spit on you when someone asks them for change.
Right. What about you, boss man? What's the craziest thing you've done to obtain your high?
The craziest thing I've done?
Yeah, to obtain your high.
A lot of things.
Explain, elaborate, man.
Rob,
You keep telling me a lot of things.
rob, steal, scam, scheme, all of it.
You ever get tired of this lifestyle?
Yeah, but you know what I realized? Is one day, eventually, I'm going to stop getting high.
Or you know what the other outcome will be. You know, it's only two outcomes. You either beat it or you don't. Where do you see yourself at the finish line?
Clean,
Where else? Where else clean? What you gonna be doing? Tell me.
worshiping my God.
Worshiping your God.
Yes.
Any jobs, any occupations you see yourself in?
Maybe. Well, of course.
Any kids or family members you gotta get back to?
I don't like no kids.
I know you got loved ones out there though.
Yeah, but they don't live in the city. I don't like to be a burden on them.
Lacey, do you see yourself getting clean and off the streets?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm waiting for housing right now. It's just I don't want to keep wasting time trying to go to get help from a clinic or a rehab to come back here and then relapse and not make it. I want to be in a house out of this area where I can put all into it.
Now, are you guys dating or are you together at all? What's the relations?
Well, there's very few people that are decent left on these streets. And if you're lucky enough to find one that you can actually like vibe with and have a decent time with, watch each other's back, then that's who you stick to. Because out here, everyone's out to get you, and everyone's for themselves. So the few people that ain't like that, we gotta stick together.
Have you guys ever messed around or are you friends with benefits at all?
No,
Or just friends, right?
just friends.
I tried.
You tried.
He's working on it. He's working on it.
He's working on it. It takes some time, right?
But
Yeah.
like I said, I'm married, so.
Married. So where do you see yourself once you get clean?
In my apartment, hopefully spending the holidays with my kids again one day.
One day? Are you ever going to get back with your husband? You say you're
We're
married?
still together.
Still together?
We're just, he's taking care of his family,
Uh-huh.
and we spend time with each other when he's not working. He works his ass off. He does his best to support me, and I don't keep secrets from him. He understands that sometimes I can't get honest work, and I do what I gotta do.
So he's clean.
He just passed the year clean, yeah.
And he understands that you have to perform sex work to obtain your addiction sometimes.
He understands I don't like doing anything like that, but I won't lie to him either because our relationship is about honesty.
Right.
So if he asks, I'm going to tell him the truth. You know what I mean? But he knows he's the only man I call every night, the only man I want to see every day.
How do you feel if he was to mess around on you and,
It's happened.
It's happened?
We went through that, and I'm just a different type of woman. I just want the honesty, And I've told him, if you mess around because you have the needs that I ain't fulfilling, just be honest with me. Keep it wrapped. And don't lie to me. If
Right,
you're
it's
lying to me-
2023.
If lying
About
to
to
me,
be
that's gonna piss
2023.
me
I
off.
think she needs to get medicine. I think you need to get your medicine.
It's about to
my
be 2023.
My husband did it one time, and he felt so guilty because
Uh-huh.
it wasn't the act that pissed me off. It was the dishonesty
Mm.
that he's never messed around again. And I mean, I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed to have him and the family that I have, and the family out here that I have. You know, given the way things are.
Even though like you're homeless, you're not sleeping in the same bed as him. When's the last time you guys been together?
He actually, even though he had to go to work at 4 a.m., he drove all the way down here so I could sleep in the car with him, so we could be together. I got in a fight protecting an old woman. This guy broke her arm for $5, and I beat his ass, and he got up and stabbed me with a dirty needle and blocked me a few times.
Are you afraid to die?
I have. I believe when it's my time, it's my time. You know, when I got real sick and was brought back, I flatlined twice and I was in a coma. But when it's my time, it's my time. You know, I leave it up to God.
I'm not afraid to die.
Talking to the mic.
I'm not afraid to die.
Not afraid to die at all? Have you ever overdosed?
You know, yes, but it was
Talking to the mic.
It was done by somebody else's doing. Because they gave me crack with fentanyl and taking it.
That, like I said, that's one of the big problems that people don't even know they're taking it.
How do the drug dealers treat you guys out here?
Man,
We don't got to get into all that.
yeah, that's just a whole different situation. But I've been tased. One girl was branded, like, and half the time the drug dealers are more strung out than the girls. I have to hand it to the dealers though. They weren't stupid. They're paying junkies to sell drugs. That way they're only working for their habit. They get busted. They go to rehab because it's not really selling drugs. They get bailed out, and when they're bailed out, they owe the block, and they're forever owing the block. I mean, think about that. That's messed up. That's twisted out here.
Right. What you think it's going to take for you to kick your addiction?
I gotta get out of Kensington.
How about you?
You got to stop smoking crack.
You got to stop what?
Stop smoking crack.
Say it again.
I got to stop smoking crack.
Stop smoking crack.
Bottom
You
line.
got it? I'd like to thank you guys for your time. Been wonderful interviewees for me. All Time Media, we're going to be praying for you.
Join All Time Media's Patreon for exclusive content and behind-the-scenes content and face-to-face live video chat. Thank you, guys. The link is in the description below.